shame, but there's no going back to that kind of thing.
No.
So the Mets suck.
Yes.
I'm really disappointed.
Well, I'm glad.
I know you are. I'm going to send you... Did you see the Sun Sentinel today? There's a little article about jukeboxes. I'm going to send you the thing on the fax. It's got the top 25 jukebox 45s of all time.
Well, that's great. That sounds like something you could kill a good 15, 20 minutes with.
Well...
Oh, Roger's got it right here, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
So you don't have to send it.
Oh, okay.
Roger just pulled it out of the wastebasket.
It's pretty interesting. It's a
Thank
real...
you so much.
It's a real mishmash of different kinds of
Yeah, we
stuff.
can play them all here.
Yeah, that's why I was going to send it to you.
Oh. What a good way to kill the next 2 hours and 44 minutes.
Well, you play good music, so I won't be disappointed.
Can you answer me a question? What's wrong with these people here? What is their story?
Well, I don't know, because, I've been talking to some people. Are you ready for the hurricane? They're like, what hurricane? It's like they're oblivious.
No, they're talking about football season.
Oh, well, I met Gabrielle.
She's going to win today.
Yeah. She's playing tennis today, Gabrielle.
Right. Well, Neil, I just wanted to say I'm so glad you're back, because last week was like it was like a break in continuity. It was strange.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Well, I'll tell you, these people have made me feel so welcome back today. It's just, there are no words to describe it.
I'll tell you, Steve ate that guy for lunch.
Did he? Well, no wonder he's got indigestion. Okay, have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
See ya. Okay, we're doing screenless today, and we've got 3 open lines on a screenless, which really should give you a real good indication. This is a tough... remember what I said during the summer about after Labor Day?
Oh, yeah.
Then everybody will be coming back, and we'll go back to regular. Won't have these days when people, have to be begged to call in, and things will really get back to usual, and they are. The top 25 jukebox singles of all time, number 1. Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, where's our friend when you need him?
Where's Super Dave with his...
Super Dave, exactly.
With his thing. What do they call it?
Rimshot.
Rimshot. Oh, I don't like saying that. Real nervous.
Drum roll.
We'll save it for later. 11:18 at WIOD. Well, we don't want to use all the good stuff here in the first hour. Let's save that for later when we do... in fact, Ranieri left the birthdays for tomorrow. I think we're going to use those at the end of the show today.
Okay.
Why not? I mean, anything that'll kill some time today. We're doing screenless, and we got 3 lines not ringing on screenless. I'll tell you how bad it is in town today. Even the cranks don't want to call today. That's how bad it is.
That's correct.
After the Labor Day weekend.
Brutal day.
Boca.
The Bird and Alex Bennett made Al Rantel and Charlie Matto seem talented.
See what I mean? Good calls in Boca. Who's doing Alice's show today? I forgot. Somehow I just didn't wander over there again.
Oh, let's see. It was Terry Merriman yesterday, we heard. And I forgot about him, too, this morning. For some reason, the station doesn't come to my brain.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
This is a good CD, by the way.
Don't wish it away.
Wow.
It is a great CD.
Okay, time to talk about Arnold's now. Let's do the break early while Nick is lost somewhere in the building. Well, I tell you one thing. He must have something going on the side, because these last 2 days, he's been out of that room far more than he's been in. Remember yesterday he got locked out of the building? True story. True story. What did he go outside for?
To see if Steve-O's guests were here or something,
yeah.
I think.
And he got locked out of the building, and I'm sitting here, I'm saying, what happened? I mean, he usually goes out for a minute, and Fat Rich had to go let him back in the building.
It's true.
And I just want to mention that Fat Rich isn't here today. He's busy putting together his WIOD newsletter.
How many pages is that going
to be? His Yenta newsletter, 17 pages in full color.
In color.
And boy, I'll tell you, he's become like a legend in his own mind, hasn't he? Just out of his gourd. By the way, where's the food? Pizza Loft's coming today, and I don't want to overdo it.
Not quite yet.
I just can't go nuts, but I might have a little something because this audience is just dragging on my nerves. Speaking of food, Arnold was here yesterday in case you were busy, like doing living and breathing things on a holiday like most real people do, and you didn't get a chance to hear the show yesterday. Wayne Arnold, bless his heart, he and his lovely wife came by with lunch from Arnold's Royal Castle, the only Royal Castle in South Florida. It's the only one left. So if you yearn for those great days of yesteryear, when you used to go in there and watch them slap those little things on the grill, with the onions and all the good stuff, then you can still get it right now, just the way it was years ago at Arnold's Royal Castle at 125th and Northwest 7th Avenue, North Miami, just like a stone's throw off I-95.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're in Broward or way down in Yenamsville, down in South Dade, you can get up there and back in no time at all. And while you're in the car, you can just gorge yourself on those great little Arnold's Royal Castle burgers or those Neely burgers, those great little bacon cheeseburgers. And don't forget, they got a great breakfast, too. They serve breakfast 24 hours a day. And that BLT is a great sandwich. Wasn't that good? Boy, it's not just an ordinary BLT. It is something really great. Yeah. Like everything they have at Arnold's Royal Castle, the one and only left in South Florida. And don't forget that great birch beer in the frosted mug waiting for you, too. And the great news is, just like yesterday on Labor Day, they never close. Every day of the year, round the clock, 24 hours a day, they're waiting to serve you those great Royal Castle burgers and all the other goodies, too. At Arnold's Royal Castle, 12490 Northwest 7th Avenue, right off I-95.
Ranieri here for Discovery One. We're going to do Club Mike at Sea. Now, we've cruised on Discovery a bunch of times. We've done shows from there, but this is the first official Club Mike at Sea on Discovery One. We have a lavish breakfast buffet, a full lunch buffet. They're going to do ice carving. They're going to do vegetable carving. We may even carve up some of the patrons. We got napkin folding. Going to have cooking classes during the cruise. The Caribbean Lounge will be in full swing. You can board at 7:45 in the morning. It promises to be a great time. We'll be shooting a little trap off the Fantail, which is always fun. Hang out at Mikey's at Sea, which is one deck below the pool deck on Discovery One. Now, the number to call, if you want to join us, and I sure hope you can, is 525-7800 in South Florida or 1-800-226-7800 anywhere in the state of Florida. This momentous event, Club Mike at Sea, is going to happen on September the 7th on Discovery One. You will have fun, or else.
22 past 11 at WID. Look at that phone. We're doing screenless. Even that isn't helping today. Mm-hmm. Nothing. There is nothing that we can do to turn this into a show. Well, don't say we didn't try. You know what this is?
No clue.
It's a sound effect CD. There are 65 sound effects on each disc, and I think we've got like 10 of them. Now, if this can't kill 2 hours and 37 minutes, then nothing can, okay? Did you like that? That was a woman coughing.
Was that what that was?
Not to be confused with cut number 6, which is...
A man coughing?
No. A woman sneezing.
Oh.
Now, this one, they must have recorded this off of Steve's show a couple of weeks ago Friday.
Ah! What's that called?
Woman sighing. She's watching the Joey Reynolds show, no doubt. Wow.
That's a good one.
Boy.
Whoa. Now, this is off CD, ladies and gentlemen.
And it says it has something to do with kaopectate. It's not what you think it is. Oh.
Yeah. See, I like the clarity. Oh.
Okay, so for everybody that isn't going to get to see Giselle Fernandez do the news today... I think this is a CPR course. And, of course, for those who have already seen the first half of the Joey Reynolds show today...
Now, what is that called? The title of that.
Woman belching.
Oh, my.
Oh, geez.
Good heavens. Oh, this is a good cut. This will upset a lot of people in town.
Oh, will it?
That last guy.
Why is
yeah,
that?
Laughing.
Oh, yeah, they don't like that.
They don't like that at
And
all.
the best one, this was recorded in Boy Gary's office this morning. Wow. Giving new meaning to the expression he didn't know whether to scream or eat a banana. Aren't these good? They're sure more entertaining than the calls.
Very much so.
And we got a lot more of them than we do calls, I'll tell you that. So, well, it's sure nice to be back in town, and we're really... Oh, here's a good one, too. This is excellent. Just a second now.
Good Lord.
And then, of course, for Phil, when he calls in, next time we pick a horse at... or when he just calls in to bug us...
That could be his introduction.
Isn't that great?
It is great.
Yeah. So we'll continue with some more of these in just a second. It's 26 past 11 at WID. Look at that. Now they're all starting to light up on that phone. Well, we're going to do screenless today, but even that doesn't seem to be working. So we've tried it all. We've pulled all the tricks out of the bag, and we've done everything that we know how to do, and he just didn't want any part of it. So call up Steve, tell him he's got to come in early today to make up for yesterday.
Oh.
Okay? Like at about 11:30. See, is there anything else good on here? There's a pig squeal. Anybody go for that? Any Green Acres fans?
Arnold.
And then for the Bill Wise fans, both of them who are left in South Florida. Oh, that's not a gorilla. That's Boy Gary's new sibling in there. He's Mr. Lemming.
Sibling.
Joe Lemming. 27 past 11 at WIOD. Let's. Should we punch some of these up or not? I don't really care. Whatever makes everybody happy, I'm more than willing to go along with today. I got my paycheck, and I don't really give a damn about anything, okay? And Fat Rich is busy making phone calls. Oh, we're having a party for sure. Guess what, Rich? It's just a joke. Well, you mark my words, he's going to call on that bat line any second. Is that him? Is it Phil? Oh, it's one of his personal. Oh, he's doing some business in there, Nick. Boca, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, two things. Number one, I have to say it.
Chronic.
No.
Chronic.
No.
Chronic.
I'm Neil. I haven't called you in 6 or 8 months.
Okay.
That show yesterday was probably the most hideous show I've ever heard in my life with Steve yesterday afternoon.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be so bad, but he keeps doing that same show like every other day. It seems to be between that. That's replaced the abortion shows now, is let's kill all the homosexuals.
Well, maybe if he quit doing those kind of shows, he wouldn't have to have therapy.
Now, come on now, don't start picking on Steve. I mean, there's a lot of truth in what you say, but, you know.
Yeah, the other thing is, I wanted to talk to you. I was listening to you.
Steve thrives on therapy, don't you understand?
I guess his life would be empty without it.
No question about it.
But that's sad in itself. But the other thing I want to talk to you about, you were talking baseball about a week ago Monday, sorry, Bird, and you made a comment, somebody talked to you about the Royals, and you made a comment that you didn't think the Royals were much of a baseball team.
I don't. I know they're closing in there. I don't like them. They just don't show me that much.
Well, I mean, you said they had a bunch of nobodies on the team.
Besides George Brett.
Well, you've got, apparently you don't like Bo Jackson.
And Bo Jackson is so overrated that I'm embarrassed, okay?
Well,
they made such a to-do about him in that All-Star game. You'd think, what has he really done, okay? What has he really got to make him a superstar?
Well, and the only thing I can tell you is that in a recent survey of all the
here we go.
Well, no, in a survey of all the managers in Major League Baseball, that he was either number 1 or number 2 on all their lists of who they would choose. Even Don Zimmer said that he was number 1 or number 2 on who he would choose to start up a franchise.
Well, isn't that great?
And,
highly overrated.
Danny Tartabull is an outstanding...
Yeah, he's all right.
He's an outstanding ball player.
I'm telling you, it's not that good of a ball club. I'm not saying they're bad, but I don't consider them to be a great ball club.
Well, I think they're a real good... There's only one team in the majors with more wins than they have.
And that's Oakland.
That's Oakland. And they're good.
So what does that mean?
Well, it means they're a damn good team.
Everything is relative, okay? Look who they're playing.
What do you mean?
The American League is so weak. And not only that, but the American League schedule this year, you realize that in this last month that they're still doing interdivisional. For example, the Orioles were playing the White Sox over the weekend, and now who the hell did they play last night?
Well, outside of
they're playing in the division now, but they still got a lot of interdivision games left, and it's all screwed up. It's a mess.
Outside of the Giants and the Cubs, who are some good teams in the National League?
Who are some good teams? What's wrong with Montreal? And what's wrong with the Cardinals? And what's wrong with Houston?
Well, Montreal makes the Tidy Bowl man look like he's at the top of the world.
Oh, there's no question about it. I'm sure that Kansas City wouldn't like to have Langston or Dennis Martinez or Tim Burke or Andre Scalaraga or Tim Raines. I'm sure that Kansas City wouldn't want any of those guys.
Well, I think they'd want Langston, but by the same virtue, don't you think the Cubs would love to have Saberhagen or Gordon?
Hey, at this point, the Cubs would like to have anybody who could stand up and get the ball to the plate, okay?
Okay.
They'd like to have Denny McClain at this point.
Well, I don't think I think the Royals are...
All right, the Royals are a fine team, okay?
They're a good baseball
I underestimated them, but Ed Kaplan still knows nothing about baseball.
Well, Ed Kaplan knows nothing about anything.
Well, that's true. That was my point. I don't have any axe to grind with the Royals. I just think Ed Kaplan knows nothing about sports.
Well, what can you say? He's a Mets fan.
Oh, well, there it goes.
You know.
I hope he enjoyed the game last night.
But I hope the Cubs hold on, and I hope...
Well, who the hell are they going to pitch tonight? Now they're saying Steve Wilson's going to pitch tonight. He can't get anybody out.
I heard Andre Dawson.
Well, there you go. At least he's got a good arm.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
What the hell are we getting all embroiled about? It's just a ball game, right? It would be like arguing about the tennis. It's just a tennis match.
Exactly.
Like Connors. What does he get so upset and hysterical about? And that idiot, McEnroe. What does he get all worked up about, huh? It's just a stinking tennis match.
It's money.
200 years from now, who's going to know the difference?
That's money.
Why, is he short on cash?
Yeah.
Speaking of that, where the hell's my check, Pipsqueak? Where the hell did Denenberg go?
Haven't seen him since you...
what a jerk.
Ask him about
11:32 at WIOD. We're doing Screenless, and we can't buy a call in Palm Beach County. No, seriously, there is nothing going on today. This is the worst. Is this the way it's going to be from now till the end of the year?
No, this particular
day. The day after Labor Day?
This is a brutal, really tough day.
Is it really? What, is this gentleman out on work release now, or what? What did they just do, let him out? Can't believe it. Look at that. He looks like an axe murderer with a suit on. Anyway, let's talk about the melting pot right now. Boy, I'm telling you, you want to get away from all the grief and all the travails of the world, just head for the melting pot tonight and sit there and have that incredible cheese appetizer and nice chef salad just drowning in that honey mustard dressing and a great entree of either beef or chicken or seafood or combination of any of the great new entrees like the teriyaki sirloin or the filet mignon fondue, and then, of course, top it all off with one of those chocolate desserts that you dip all your good fruit into, if we can say that here on the air without somebody getting hysterical and governing himself accordingly. And you're just going to have a hell of a time. The Melting Pot, don't be fooled by the imitators. There's only one Melting Pot chain, and there are two great locations waiting to serve you right now in South Florida. In South Miami, 9835 Sunset Drive, in Coral Springs on West Sample Road, right next to the Pizza Hut, just east of Pine Island. Boy, what a great idea. Good way to start off the post-holiday depression by getting yourself out of that depressing frame of mind and cheering everybody in the gang up with a great evening at the Melting Pot. Now, that didn't sound good, did it? I said we got... Now, there was this man standing in a window, and we get all kinds of schleppers that they bring in that stand in the window there, and most of them are on work release, so I had no idea who you were.
Let me just tell you something.
Because I've never seen you.
I paid 50 cents to take that tour. I looked in the window to see what you looked like, and let me tell you something.
It wasn't worth it, was it? Yeah.
No, they are.
Oh, was it worth it?
Strange looking.
That's correct, yeah. Well, listen, bring the mirror in, Cheryl, will you please? Cousin Brucie, Bruce Marrow is here. Boy, when I was a little tiny kid...
no, here we're going to go again.
I was listening to WABC in here when I was like in diapers, and you and Joey Reynolds was in Buffalo at that time. I don't want to pick on Joey because he's got that big hot TV show now.
Joey's... aren't you happy for Joey? Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have
Not a lot of talent, but I'm happy for him.
Yeah, but you have his photograph right here.
Yeah.
And
with no clothes on, as a matter of fact. Did you see yesterday he came on with almost no clothes? Oh,
I'm thrilled. I love Joey. I'm thrilled that he's
that he's finally got a job. And then, of course, he blames me for driving him off mornings on She because I kicked his ass real bad. It was embarrassing, but he's a good guy, isn't he?
Well, I'm very glad to meet... Oh, Joey's not really personally.
What do you mean you're glad to meet me? Who the hell am I?
Huh?
I'm some little
somebody who was...
I'm a schlepper.
Come on, stop playing, will you? You're in a tuxedo here. You're sitting 20 feet up. Don't tell me that. You're fooling the people.
So how's Scott Muni? Is he really only 2 feet tall?
Scott Stowe is very strange, you know.
Boy, I tell you, we could share Rick Sklar stories, couldn't we? Boy, Rick came down and screwed up a whole bunch of stations down here. It was great. He's a hell of a guy, isn't he?
That's what a consultant's supposed to do.
Exactly, man. He came down to Zeta, and look, they got, about a 0.3 now since he came in? Is incredible.
What are you doing?
Well, the only thing the only bad thing about WABC is you guys didn't have enough production. That was the only problem.
Not enough reverb.
Yeah, not enough reverb, not enough production.
But we didn't have we were making the bucks. We were a very struggling station.
Yeah. Sure. And Charlie Greer and Herb Oscar Anderson. Boy, these are memories from, like, ages ago.
You know, we
for
just
me.
had a
You look
reunion.
like a young guy. What did you start, about 10? Doesn't he look good?
No, this man, what is he trying to do?
Great.
No, I'm serious.
You know, when you're a happy guy, seriously. No, can we be serious for a moment? What is that?
Who is this? Is this Bruce Marrow or Earl Nightingale? Which one is this?
No,
what are you on the motivation station now?
When you're a happy guy, you got it. let's talk about health.
I wish I did have it, but that's another story. What? Alf?
Health.
Oh, health.
Health.
Oh, geez. What is he on with that Gary Null or something on that board?
No, but you were saying you look
Isn't
so
it
good.
a shame what they did to that state? Where are you working now? What are you doing?
I'm doing Cruising America, which is a network show.
You're Cruising America?
Yes, sir.
I've been trying that, but
CBS
nothing breaks for me, I'll tell you.
And I'm on a tour now for the Tanqueray Rock and Roll Time Capsule. Ask me what that is.
What is it?
We're commemorating the 25th anniversary of the Beatles and the British invasion to musicdom here in the United States.
Incredible.
And we're
so
inviting
you're still
everybody
working.
to come on.
I'll be damned. It's great. Anybody in this business that's still working, it can't be all bad, right?
That's why I feel good. That's why
Isn't this a brutal business? This is a killer, man. Look at all the people who've been just decimated. And look at this. Just in honor of Cousin Brucie being here today, we have lunch from Pizza Loft. Jeff, you really know how to do it.
Pizza Loft?
Yeah.
What do you have on the pizza?
What are you doing down here, by the way?
Well, tonight I'm doing media. I just was interviewed on the station.
Wait a minute. You got a book. What did she do with the book? The least we can do is plug the man's book.
Sorry. I really wanted to see what you
No, you didn't. Well, what do you mean what I look like? I mean, I'm not...
man, isn't he?
Yeah, I am getting pretty old. In fact, since you came in, I'm aging rapidly, I'll tell you that. But at least we get fed well, I'll tell you that. Yeah, isn't this great?
What does that smell good?
This goes on every day. Now, you know why I'm such a fat slob. It's just impossible to lose the weight.
Oh, this is so good.
It's incredible. Brings in sodas, this guy.
Look at
you knew Cousin Brucie. Do you know Cousin Brucie?
How do you do?
Nah, he's too young to know you.
Hello, how do you do? No,
Plus, he's not from New York.
No, we have people all over the country. You know, this music I play is multi-generational. Everyone listens to it, all ages. All ages.
Yeah.
Everyone loves. Really?
Not the age from down here, they don't listen to it.
Oh, you stay high. You can't have all my cousins listening right now.
In Winmore in Century Village.
Can we have Cousin Brucie do a talk-up? Could you play an oldie?
Can we find an oldie?
Would you talk a record up for us?
Sure, absolutely.
By the way, how do you like the way Dion's coming back? You know we had Dion on the show a few weeks ago, and his album is going through the roof.
Yo Frankie is doing very well. Now, I spoke to Dion about a year and a half ago, talked him out of retirement here. He was doing Christian music.
Great guy.
And I put him into Radio City Music Hall with CBS FM, and they sold out 2 shows in 90 minutes. You're listening to that? You know what that means? That's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah, he's a good guy. And in fact, he brought his guitar in here the day that he was on the show, and he just sat in that chair there, and he is incredible.
Now, here's a guy who just completely screwed up his life, hurt himself badly, came down here, found God, to his father-in-law, married to the same lady, Susan, and found himself. And now he's combining Christianity, which he still has a great feeling, with capitalism. The two C's.
Kind of like Jim Baker. Didn't work too good for Jim, but Dion will be all right.
Come on, do it.
All right, we got a little bit of locomotion coming up here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cousin Brucie on IOD with the music you love.
But you notice that?
Just a hair.
Just a little, like her toenail, just a toenail there.
Now, you're not going to tell us Roby Young stories today, are you?
No. Leave
him alone already, will you? Jeez, the guy's got...
I played just the other day on CBS in New York. I played the tape where Roby was on the air telling everybody that Paul was dead.
Yeah.
And how Rick Sklar ran into the studio and grabbed him by the crook of the neck and threw him off.
Is that a true story?
Yeah. He was on. He started the rumor in New York that Paul was dead.
Now, Alex is talking about Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
This guy Paul, I know him too.
Now, Alex Bennett last week said that was all happened on his show in New York.
No. Oh, he did.
That's what he said.
Alex, a fine person. What is going on? Look at this service.
We just did this to impress you.
You're having a meatballs.
No, I want to hear more about Alex Bennett. I want to hear you.
I like Alex Bennett. I think Alex Bennett was one of a kind.
But a nice guy, right?
Nobody has talent in this place.
That's true.
What is it with you?
No, you have talent.
I do. Now I'm worried.
No, seriously, you were one of my idols when I was like a little tiny kid on WABC.
And your mother used to listen to it. And your grandmother.
No, my mother. She was not into that stuff. Look at that pizza. Didn't I look good? I bet you at ABC you guys never got stuff like this.
Not like this. Well, we used to have a guy with a tuxedo wheel things in. We had steak and. We never had good food like this.
You had steak?
Steak, roast beef. They used to have it catered by the airlines every day. We had
so what's Dan Ingram doing? What are all these guys doing?
Dan Ingram...
Scott Muni's got some kind of a...
Scott is on WNEW-FM as the operations manager. Dan Ingram now, he's not on the air any longer, but what he does, he's working with the unions. He works with AFTRA and he works with Screen Actors Guild. We just had, this interests you, about a month ago, we had a rock and roll radio greats reunion in New York City for for 3 days on the air. We brought everybody back. Charlie and remember Herb Oscar Anderson?
Of course.
Right? And Dan was on the air, and Jack Lacey. Now, there's a name from the Fast. Remember Jack Lacey?
I like Herb singing. That was the best. Hello to you. Here's my bell. Oh, boy.
Doesn't he sing down here? He comes down here and does these shows
for these old people, in Century Village.
Let me ask you something.
Well,
what is the problem you have with old people? Let's discuss this.
Oh, how is the problem?
Tell me about your parents. Hold it. Tell me about your parents. Do you like your mother?
How long have you been down here?
About 10 hours.
10 hours. Well, stick around a couple of weeks, and you'll all of a sudden
sound like you.
You'll be doing voodoo dolls, okay? Trust me. Geriatric voodoo dolls. There's nothing wrong with old people. It's a state of mind. You can be 20 and be like a prune in your mind. Right. You can be 100 and be a vibrant person. But unfortunately, we have a lot of like the Walking Dead in this town, okay? Trust me. In fact, give them a tour of South Beach. Take them out and drive them down South Beach.
What is South Beach like? Give me a little illustration here.
It's like an outdoor funeral parlor is what it is. Got all these people staring at the sidewalk waiting to die.
We have this time capsule. We're going to be over at a place called American Classics tonight. That's in the Quality Inn, which almost burned down last night, but everything's is fine. This is Julia, by the way.
Hi, Julia. How you doing?
Want some pizza? Look at this service, would it? And we're going to be there from 6 to 8 o'clock, and the public's invited to come and see this rock and roll time capsule.
Where is it?
At the place called American Classics at the Quality Inn, and it's from 6 to 8. It's an open to the public thing. We're inviting the media down, and we have this time capsule with a lot of the mementos and artifacts from the British invasion. We have John Lennon's concert suits, Charlie Watts shirts. It's the Rolling Stones. John Lennon gave me a wristwatch when Yellow Submarine opened up, and that's in there. All kinds
Mick
of different
Jagger's
things.
underwear, stuff like that.
No, we couldn't get that past the Dade County Board of Health. That's
I
believe that in New York City.
I believe it. Fantastic. Can I do a little business while you eat?
Am I interrupting
I gotta do a spot. No, you're not interrupting. I just gotta do a spot.
Very rude. I'm having a good time here. And
we're feeding you. And you're telling me I'm rude?
Yeah,
I've never fed anybody in my life, had him tell me that I'm rude.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here, come here. Just a minute.
Take the pizza away, okay? Cousin Brucie. Now, see, you stuck your head in the window, and I didn't know who the hell you were.
You called me an axe murderer.
You look like an axe murderer with a suit on through the window. Through the window. Now look at them in there, through the window. Don't they look like axe murderers?
They do look like axe murderers.
But the thing about them is even inside here, they still look like axe murderers. That's incredible, especially Nick. Anyway, just have a little something there, okay, to honor us. We just brought this in because we knew you were coming. And if you believe that, boy, you'll believe almost anything. Oh, Joey we missed Joey's show today. We actually turned it on yesterday, right in the middle of our show, and watched it with the sound down. And it was gruesome, man. It was incredible.
Incredible with the sound.
Listen, he's my friend. You can't do this.
He's my friend. He's a good guy.
He's your friend?
Well, so to speak. No, he is.
I want to see Joey.
He comes in on the show.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. He thinks we're kidding around here, doesn't he?
Just a second. Do I have to get up out of the chair for this? You know, he invited you and I to come on
to be guests on the show.
Sure.
And Bruce Marrow sitting here ripping us a new ass, right? Oh, the cart's requeuing here. The cart's like in the middle already. Well, you recognize that music, don't you?
Do you? You recognize that?
He doesn't know that music from Hunger, okay? He thinks we're playing old WABC Pam's Jingles.
Now, you'll do one more talk-up for us before you leave.
You gotta do a talk-up.
Oh, Pam.
Are you listening?
Burn, baby.
Fourth season.
What a show. What a show. That's what they all say.
Well, I hope he does well. I would like to see.
I hope he makes $1 million.
You want to see somebody.
In fact, how come Mort Downey just don't give the guy a couple $1 million? He's his best friend. They used to be roommates in Syracuse or whatever the hell it was all about.
I think Mort Downey
write him out a check.
Nah, he has his own problems. Downey has his own problem. He has to now sell his albums. You know, finite.
He made $40 million last year, and I bet you he spent 60.
You think so? Cigarettes?
That's the problem. Cigarettes, just in cigarettes and tax.
He's the best cigarette smoker I've ever seen.
You realize if he ever quits smoking, the economy's going to go to hell in a handbasket. We're going to lose millions in revenue. Okay, 11:46 at WID. Just eat and relax. I got a little spot to do here because that's what it's all about. Citywide insurance agencies in Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties want to make sure you know about the new Florida law regarding car insurance. The new law says you must carry minimum liability coverage in addition to the previously required PIP. So don't monkey around with this new law because you can bet that the local pigs are going to bust you real fast if you are caught without minimum liability. You got liability? Thank God for you, boy. They'll be waiting right outside the door. The North Bay Village cops will be waiting right outside the door. And listen to the penalty. If you can't prove minimum coverage, they can suspend your driver's license and tag, plus slap you with fines ranging from $150 to $500, depending on how many times you've been caught. At citywide insurance agencies, you can avoid all that hassle and get started with a new state-required liability for as little as $100. So call your nearest citywide insurance agency right now. Just call information and get the number of the location nearest you. They're all over Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties. Remember, it's citywide. You can get coverage for as little as $100. So obey this new law now and avoid big problems later with citywide insurance.
Hi, everybody. This is Mike Ranieri. Beginning tomorrow morning on my program from 5:30 to 10 a.m., we're going country. I'm going to be playing and singing for you songs like "The Killer Bees Are Coming, Gonna Bite You All Over Your Body. You better watch yourself. See you tomorrow. Tell them where, son.
Tomorrow morning on News Talk Radio 610, WIOD.
610 WIOD. 11:47 at WID. Beg your pardon, there must be some interesting what?
I said, I asked Bird here, Cousin Birdie, if you guys, come on, he's my cousin Bird. If you do phone calls, and I said, he said yes, and I said, got to be some very interesting
All right,
phone calls.
everybody that want to talk to Bruce Marrow.
He wants to talk on the phone.
Huh?
Great. He wants to talk on the phone.
I'll be damned. It's a day after Labor Day. It's kind of embarrassing because usually we're just flooded with idiots that call in on the show. But all
there goes my career.
No, they all know you because they're all from New York down here, you know.
Dade County, hello.
Yeah, what's up, Neil?
You want to talk to Cousin Brucie? You don't even know Cousin Brucie, you idiot. Broward, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
You don't know Cousin Brucie. You're not old enough. Are you? Get out of here, you jackass.
No.
Broward, hello. Come on. Get with it. There isn't anybody in this town even knows who the hell you are. What is he doing on the show, okay? What is he doing here?
We can do nothing today. We bring in Cousin Brucie, a legend
We could
in
have
the
George
business.
Bush in the studio today, okay?
And they won't talk.
We could have the burning bush in the studio today, and nobody would know what the hell is going on. Here we go. Broward, hello. Okay, that's one of your listeners. Trust me.
Yeah.
Broward.
Yeah.
Yes?
Speak to Neil?
No, how about Cousin Brucie? Isn't that good enough? Bruce Marrow, WABC, Chime Time.
Cousin Brucie.
Hello, how are you?
You don't know who you are.
Fine. How you doing?
Terrific. What is
you
your
know
name?
who-
What's your first name?
My first name is Marilyn.
Let me ask you something.
Sure.
What do you listen to this for? This guy is wild.
Neil's the best.
He is, huh?
Damn right.
Did you find him warm and sweet?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's like home, huh?
Sure is.
Well, actually, he is.
He's the best thing we have.
What does that tell you about this town, right?
Stimulation, huh?
You know who this man is?
Sure do.
He's a giant in the industry. He's a monster in the business.
I grew up with Cousin Brucie.
Oh, there you go. Many years ago, right?
Many years ago.
I want to tell you.
Come on, guys.
Now, I'm just about to pay you a compliment again. He looks great. He really does.
I know.
You do.
Good-looking guy.
Doesn't look a day over 40.
I'll take
it.
What?
He's still living on Ocean Parkway, Cousin Brucie.
No. Oh, well, you really know where I live. I live in
Let me ask
we
you,
live down in
Marilyn,
Greenwich Village
just
now.
how well do you know him? It sounds like this could be something really interesting.
He was a great personality in New York when we were growing up. Everybody knew Cousin Brucie.
Yeah.
That's nice. Well, I have a lot of my cousins down here, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to come down and do a little research, a little survey, see what's happening. I want to make sure that Neil and everybody like Neil are treating my people right. I mean, I spent a lot of my young years, energy, and blood getting you guys straight. Now, this guy takes you down here and he ruins you.
We don't say straight on this show, Mike. Okay, listen, thanks a lot, Marilyn.
Yes.
Have a great life.
You do the same, Neil.
Okay.
Great to have you back. And
See you around.
Have a great time, Bruce.
Say
Thank
goodbye.
you.
Right up, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Remember Peter Tripp on WMGM?
Curly-headed kid in the second row?
Exactly, and he went to jail for payola.
Well, I don't think he ever went to jail.
He got nailed for payola.
He got
though.
nailed, yeah.
Love is Strange by Mickey and Sylvia. It was like #1, and it wasn't even in the record stores yet. And that was the record that got him in trouble.
Nicky, we
Nicky
featured that
and
in Dirty. You know, I was in Dirty Dancing. I have a part in Dirty Dancing.
You
And
did?
That
Did
film
you see him
featured
in
that.
Dirty Dancing?
Yeah.
No, I remember you.
How many times
I
did
remember
you-
hearing you on the car radio.
I played the magician.
Slip him another 50. He'll say he saw you in the movie.
No, I'm right. I was on the radio throughout the thing.
Yeah.
I'm the magician in Dirty Dancing, and I'm the one who
catch it.
stars poor little Jennifer Grey baby in her.
Really? I didn't pick that up.
Sure. And remember I said to her, do you have your Blue Cross? This will only hurt for a month. This type of thing, you know. That took 8 days.
But I remember, and they drive up in the car, you're on the radio
Right.
going, it's summer 1963,
63, that's
Cousins.
right. And we played the 4 seasons. That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, that's pretty exciting. Okay, let's go to Broward. Hello.
Miserable person.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you want to say hi to Cousin Brucie?
I'd love to.
He's right here.
Hello.
Hello, Cousin Brucie.
Hi, who is this?
This is Ann from Coral Springs.
Hi, Cousin Annie. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good.
What I would love to know is, does anybody know what happened to Norm Prescott out of Boston?
No, I do not. Matter of fact, it's funny. I was just in Boston about 3 days ago, and somebody else called me, wanted to know. So he's not there. So evidently he moved out of town. I think
they
know
locked him up at Adventure Car Hop. Arnie Ginsberg locked him in the back in Saugus.
No. Is that where you come from originally?
Yes.
Well,
I used to babysit for his children.
Oh, all right. Every once in a while, I meet a babysitter of mine. You know, they always come up somewhere. Morgantown, West Virginia, one of them recently. Are you happy down here?
Well, it's a rough town, as Neil says.
Yeah.
It is.
It's rough.
It is a rough. Now, how can it be rough? I come from one of the roughest towns in the world. I mean, it's survival.
Because most of the people here are from where you come from. That's the problem, okay? Would you like to take some of them back with you?
Why is it rough? Explain that.
Because of the New Yorkers, as Neil says.
Wait a minute, but you were a Northeasterner, too.
Well, I was a New Englander, there's a big difference. Like Neil says, there's a difference from a New Yorker and a New York State person.
Exactly.
Well,
I'm from Rochester, but that doesn't mean I'm from New York. People say to me I'm from New York. They think I'm from the city.
Well,
it's the same thing with
worlds apart.
But I beg to differ because I'm a New York City person and I don't consider myself, a person that could irritate. Well, I do irritate. There's no doubt about it for many years. But I don't consider myself part of that clan you just discussed.
Is that with a K or a
We got
C?
some pretty nice people there too. We got some stinkers, you know.
Yeah, got some nice folks in Brooklyn too. They're a little clannish these days, but they're all right.
Here.
Pardon me?
All the stinkers come down here.
Yeah. All the losers come down here.
No.
No, there are a lot of nice New Yorkers down here, at least 2 or 3.
Well, thanks, Neil. I love your show.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
So there's a law up there, right, that they have to come to Florida at a certain age.
Oh, yeah. Once they get to be like 55, they got to come to Florida.
You guys, how did I
move into a condo and check their,
quit when you called me an
their neighbor's mail.
I knew what I was getting
into. Dade County, hello.
Neil?
Yeah.
I pulled off the road. You said nobody knew Cousin Brucie, and I grew up on his music in the 50s.
You threw up on his music?
Hey, when he said grew up, Neil.
Cousin Brucie's the best, even better than Murray the Kid.
He was great.
Absolutely. Is he there?
He put that Murray to K to shame, trust me.
Brucie, you were the best, and I'm telling you, the people who've moved down here from New York have never had anybody like you. This place sucks, if I can say that.
Hey, listen, I'm getting the feeling of a negativism down here. Maybe I better move down here. I'm just getting a feeling.
I'm telling you something. Let me put things in perspective for you. Neil is the best disc jockey down here, and he's not even supposed to do
now
music.
I'm a disc jockey.
I know, that's what I mean.
Oh.
And he's the best, and you're not even
he's
a disc jockey.
He's the best disc jockey down here, and he's not even supposed to do music.
You know what I'm going to do? I have a show Neil talked about a few moments ago, Cruise in America. I'm trying very hard to get an affiliate down here. We're in 200 markets. I'm not in this one, which I should be because I have all my people down here.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to get it down here, so at least I'll give you something that you can listen to and bring back some good memories.
Hey,
and then Neil can rip me to pieces every week.
I will.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
Drive carefully.
Bye.
Well, what a bunch of Michigan we got here. Boca, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Bruce. This is Scotzo in Scotland Yard.
Hey, that sounds better than Scotzo. Scotzo sounded that good. He'd still be doing pretty well.
How do you spell release?
He's what?
How do you spell release?
Oh, G-A-S.
You got it.
Great call. Excellent. See, these are your people.
That's good.
Dade County, hello.
Yes, Neil?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Cousin Brucie. But I remember Cousin Brucie from Jamaica because they used to have syndicated programs.
Hey, man. No problem, Jamaica, man. Cool runnings, man.
Yeah, we used to have syndicated programs of your show.
Well, I love it. Let me tell you, I've had a romance, Neil. What is your first name, sir?
Dennis.
All right. I've had a romance with Jamaica, the island, the nation of Jamaica, for many, many years. I love it down there. I'm down there every year, and I work for I do some work for the Chamber of Commerce, and I do a lot of work for Deno and Geddes, Red Stripe and Pepsi, and I still go down in their grill, man. Yeah, and I love the Jamaican people. I love it down there.
You used to come down with CB, Charlie Babcock.
Right.
Used to work with Radio Jamaica.
Do you remember a place called the Glass? Do you remember a place called the Glass Bucket in Kingston?
Glass Bucket in Kingston, yes.
That's right. That's where I used to appear in. Down there in those days, Neil. If I appeared on, they had 2 radio networks down there. One was RJR, which was private, and the other one was JBC, which was owned by the government. If you appeared on the public one, you had to go on the private one, etc., and vice versa. So I used to go to the Glass Bucket. You remember the dance I started down there years ago in Kingston? It was called the Carolina one.
That's right.
Yeah.
What has happened to Jack Spector?
Jack Spector, he's in the eyeglass business now. Literally, Neil is left. This guy is. Oh, this one's tough. Boy, I'd hate him to be my mother-in-law.
What about Arlene Francis? How's Arlene doing?
But anyway, I love your country. Are you happy here?
Yes, I'm happy here.
Well, that's good. I'm glad we got one, pal.
We have Neil here.
Yeah, that's why he's happy.
Let me ask something. Do you approve of this, gentlemen? Do you approve of this, Mr. Neil here?
Neil is above number 1. There's nobody else.
Number
like
one
Neil.
half.
There's
You got it.
nobody else like Neil here.
Neil, I'm getting honored to be sitting here.
We got all these sycophants calling. Underline the sick part. Okay, pal, you're a great American, and good hearing from you.
Okay, Neil.
Okay.
Right.
Adios. Palm Beach.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, is this like Cousin Brucie being here? It's like the coming of the Messiah? Like,
very close to it.
You're going to blow the ram's horn, and then all the New York City people are going to follow you back there.
You're going to wave a magic mezuzah.
Oh, you guys are irreverent.
It's terrible here.
Obnoxious and disgusting, and that's why they like us.
Why? How can it be terrible? I lived here
Sir, what
for
do you
a year.
want? Are you finished?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, you're finished. Go ahead.
I lived here for a year. I was loving the people. It seemed to be
You lived where?
happy here.
You lived on the beach?
No, I lived in Miami City. I lived down at Biscayne Boulevard, I think.
Biscayne in 79?
No, that's the Causeway, wise guy.
29.
29th, I think. Northeast 20. I don't remember. It was my other life.
29?
And I left. I left in 1 year.
It was so great. How come you left?
Because, let me tell you why. Now, listen to me carefully. I'm going to teach you something.
He means business now.
Now
When he gets that stern look on his face.
Look at this. I was driving down Biscayne Boulevard to the beautiful Biscayne Terrace Motor Hotel, which we used to be on WINZ. That's where the station used to be. Right. I remember that, right? Mm-hmm. And that's where I really started my career. It was my second job. And I was driving down. It was about December 23rd. And there I saw standing against a pink wall somebody I admired, Santa Claus in his red suit. Now, with Santa Claus against a pink wall was a palm tree and a damn flamingo. Now, a New Yorker can't see Santa Claus with a flamingo. I had to leave. At 1 year, I had to get out. I said, Santa Claus and Flamingo, it's time for Cousin Brucie to go home. I went home, and that's it. I cannot see Santa Claus and Flamingo. Answer me, please. Don't just chew.
What am I going to say to you? I mean,
am I right or wrong?
It's like those people that say, I sure missed the change of season, which means being up to your ass in snow. I don't miss it.
What do you...
We had 40-foot drifts of snow in upstate New York. It was the only time it was good when you were a kid in school. You didn't have to go to school half the time.
But look what it did, man. Look what it prepared you for. Now look how fast to go. You're tough. You are a survivor. Look at you.
I'm a hard-bitten son of a bitch. There's no question about that.
What did you just say on the radio?
You heard what I said.
I assume that this got to be on tape. There's no way this is going out live. Because I would never say things like
anymore.
This.
We don't ring a stupid bell and sit here.
But wait a minute, man.
We talk like right on the way the people on the level of the people out there, okay?
No, I do not believe you just said that. I would not accept that into my body.
Okay.
I'm not on the radio.
Okay.
Not on the radio. You're not like those shock
like
guys.
Howard Stern. We don't do that kind of crap on here. Call people douchebags and stuff. Of course not.
Well, goodbye, folks. Nice talking to everybody.
Well, listen, we're at the end of the hour. Are you going to stick around? You're going to leave? What are you going to do?
Where are we going? This was a pleasure to be here.
You have an hour? You want to stick around? Because there are going to be a lot of people that want to talk to you.
I'd love to call. No, really.
Plus, there's a little food left over here.
This is quite an experience.
And we're desperate to get rid of the food.
This is not on the air live, of course.
Oh, no.
Tell me it's not.
In fact, this is only a dry run. Okay, Chuck Myers standing by with the noon WIOD News. Cousin Brucie is here with us, which is an unexpected treat. And, boy, I'm telling you, on this day, thank God you're here, believe me. And Steve this afternoon with one of those contrived debates yet to be announced. And Sports Talk tonight, more Dolphin alibis at 6:05 tonight.